So one of the first things that I got were these beautiful asters, and these are hardy to my zone. I'm in zone 4 outside of Minneapolis. This variety is called Henry Blue, and it's this very beautiful purple. I think I'm going to use these in a fall display to begin with. Before we get to that hard frost, I'm probably going to transplant these and put them in my new parterres. That was a bug. It was the grass. It scared me. Oops. Oh, dangly grass. It's pretty, but scary too. Before we get to actual winter, I'm probably going to transplant these into my parterres because it matches the purple theme of my lavender that I'm going to have out there, and it will give me an extended purple color into the fall. This pretty plant is an Alternanther, and it is not hardy to my zone. It's known as an annual, but the color is this burgundy color, which I think just really looks really great in fall displays. I think this might actually overwinter in my house if I want to. It's got a fibrous root, kind of like a coleus. Look at how beautiful the color is on that. I think that will work pretty good, especially if you put it next to an orange color. It looks really good together. Then I was able to get some grasses, which I'm going to use in some of my other gardens. This particular one is prairie drop seed, and it's got kind of a tight habit on the bottom, almost like a fescue. And then with these dancing seed heads, which is kind of neat for movement in a garden. Prairie drop seed, and this should be good to my zone. This is zone 4. This is a white liatris called Floristan alba. I'm going to plant this white listeria in my moon garden or my white garden in the border, and we're going to let it go because it is absolutely deer and bunny resistant, which I need. Then I've got this wonderful flowering kale, and I was able to find these really small ones. I got most of these at Home Depot, and some I shopped at a garden center. I did shop at a local garden center as well, but this one came from Home Depot. The great thing about flowering kale is that even when you go through that first frost, it won't take it out in my zone. It has to be very, very cold to kill kale. The colder it is, the foliage will start turning even more purple, and it'll take off and look gorgeous. I should try planting some kale from seed next year. I'll have to put that on my to-do list. But this is flowering kale, and it provides a different leaf texture overall to the other plants that I'm going to put together. You can't go wrong with mums in the autumn. These are just common mums. This hardy mum is listed as hardy down to -32. I'm in zone 4 outside of Minneapolis, and my minimum temperature for me is -25. So these should come back, although I won't count on it. I have not had a lot of good luck with mums in the past, but they'll be beautiful in my short-term display. This is an orange Kalanchoe, and it's got nice bright orange color to it, which is a little bit contrasting from the muted oranges I have on this display. And it should look really good and give me a little bit of height in the display that we're going to work on today. And when it comes to cool weather, you can't go wrong with pansies. This is just a beautiful pansy. I don't think there's any specific name on it. It just happens to be this burgundy color, which I really like. I'm probably going to grab some seeds off from this and try to start them again in the spring. Pansies are well known for being cold tolerant. So if you're going to do a zone 4 cold display, pansies is a good choice. This is a Seneca called Angel Wings. It reminds me of lamb's ear. This is not hardy. This is an annual and has to be brought in if you want to overwinter it. But it provides that silvery texture that is, again, another type of contrast in a display, which I really like. I first saw this maybe 3 years ago at a Home Depot, and I really like this for container gardens. And I happened to find this smaller variety for like $4 at Home Depot, which is unbelievable. So the prices have really come down on these. This beautiful Rudbecia is not hardy. This is an annual, but it is just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm definitely going to be grabbing some seeds off from this once they die back. Isn't it gorgeous? The petals themselves have a really interesting texture, and it's very prominent with the cone head or the center. It's very nice. So let's put these together and see what we come up with. The first thing I'm going to do is clean out these very tired window boxes. They are way past their prime. And then we're going to bring in the display. try some different combinations with those smaller plants. Let's see what I come up with. Sometimes I take these off and I do the planting in a different location so that I don't spill the compost underneath in my garden below, but I have to refresh the other one in the spring anyway, so it should be fine. So it's pretty, these are pretty root bound, as you would imagine. So I'm gonna just make sure I got some fresh compost all the way around them so they stay moist. So they stay moist and hydrated out of the next 4 to 6 weeks. There's that pretty little mom. It's a nice burnt orange color. I don't know, is that what you call it? Burnt orange. The big thing with growing mums is you do not want them to dry out. They will be very unhappy if that occurs. You want to keep that from happening. Kalanchoe with that real thick texture leaf. This is soaking wet. This is way too wet for this poor plant. Not supposed to be that wet. I got my compost in a bucket behind me here, or underneath me. So it's at the ready to go in. Make sure I get the compost on the inside of the cocoa core on the liner. It's been pretty nice lately here. We've been having 75-degree days and 50-degree nights. It's been very pleasant. A little humid right now. A little humid, more humid than I like it. But you can see that, yeah, when I get them planted down in there, they set much better. I'm going to tear the bottom off this because I really want this to set a little deeper in here. That looks good. A little bit more of a messy job than I was hoping it would be, but it'll be fine. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to mirror image and do the other side. So the last thing I'm going to do is add some height to this display. These are some red star dracaenas. I've had these for 2 or 3 years. I overwinter them in my house because they're a dracaena, which you have as a standard house plant. This one just happens to be red. And I think this adds some nice height and it'll blow in the wind a little bit. And I can adjust these if I need to. I saw the cutest display using stackable pumpkins. I'm going to try to recreate that now in this area. I got these stackable pumpkins, which are really kind of nice, at Walmart yesterday. And I'm going to try to mix the colors up a little bit. I'll see if I can get these to stay without tumbling. There's a nice orange one here. Let's see if it goes, and I could put some pins in there to maybe hold it up. That one may be a little bit big for this display. This one has orange hair attached to it. And this one has got black hair attached to it. I'm just going to set it there for now because I want to see what I can do. I'll shove that inside maybe to make that point of the hat a little bit stiffer. I know I'm going to have to tie this down because I can get quite a bit of wind here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this as a collar under here, and then that will help to hold everything together. All right, I went and got some thumbtacks. So one of the things that I need to do is create a collar for this stuff to set on. And it needs to be smaller than the top hat. I don't really want to cut the orange hair off this just yet, but I might cut it off. We got that sitting like that, which just needs to be the collar. I'll put the head back up here. The head back up there like that, and that just creates a collar to hold some leaves, the little hat. So I want it to kind of stay in place. So I'm actually going to take some pretty large thumbtacks just to secure it. And I've got a wood rail, so hopefully that should hold up in the wind. I do have some high bush cranberries, which would be some green and red foliage I can tuck in here too when we get closer to Thanksgiving, even though this is Halloween. But let's try some of these. I got these from the dollar store. I can double it back over if I need it to be a little bit better, or we can let it dangle down just a little bit, maybe to give it a little bit more of a autumn look. I've got a couple of them, so we'll just leave one in there for now. Actually add a little bit more color contrast by putting some leaves on the top of here too. So So the top of the hat has leaves as well as the bottom. And a little bit more of the leaf growing on here, which is really quite pretty. I think that looks pretty good. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think the head of the pumpkin could be a little smaller, and maybe these could have been a little bigger, but you know, I want it to somewhat be stable on this little table, so I think this looks pretty good. So maybe I'll just do both of those like that. What I have is a ring camera here, and I have to make sure that I'm not interrupting that. All right, so I've got some sprays that I got at the dollar store to put in here. So here's a little garland I can put in here, kind of around. Then I got these cute little white pumpkins that I got at Walmart. They will also work to kind of as a filler for this area. It gives it kind of a nice contrast, especially with the black urn. Then I've got these different sprays that I can put in to add additional contrast into the container. So this is like an orange amaryllis, gives it some movement. And then this is just an orange, some type of a flower. I don't know if this makes sense, if I can't get it to stay. So let's see if I can get the leaves to show up here on camera. So we'll see what that looks like. It looks like a nice contrast. I don't know if I can put this a little bit lower. Yeah, it looks better lower. Let's move this one lower too. So I think that looks pretty good. Which position looks better? That's the question. Like that, maybe? Yeah, I think that color and that combination looks probably best. So now I need to put some color around. I'll put this orange Rudbecia on this side. I'm just going to follow this contrast with this orange. Here's another look at the finished window box area. I think all the colors look really good. Nothing too overstated, just a little autumn color. Then when we come around here, we've got the beautiful color against those black urns, which I think looks really good. There's a little pumpkin witch that we have. And I brought out my foxtail ferns. I think all the colors look pretty good. It's a little bit of a humid day, but this was a pretty fun project. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also, consider subscribing so you don't miss any of our other great videos. If you like how-to videos, check this playlist next. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.